Good morning. The title of my thesis is l'impacte de l'ús de les TIC en l'assoliment de les destreses receptives, listening i reading, en l'aprenentatge de l'anglès en la segona llengua. The impact of the use of ICT to achieve the receptive skills, listening and reading in the learning of English as a second language. To do the need to improve the results of pupils in the public schools in English as a second language. My research wants to implement a computer-mediated listening and reading treatment. The traditional treatments that are used in the classrooms are not doesn't give enough input for children to understand the language and to be ready to give a good outcome of the language. The reading and listening treatment will be compared to a traditional conventional treatment because I want to demonstrate that if I give an input using the new technologies, it's better than the traditional treatment. So usually there is a teacher-centered approach, and I want to demonstrate that a pupil-centered approach is better for their learning. I want to note whether the motivation and the attitudes using ICT are higher, and and I want to demonstrate that the instructional treatment is more effective than the traditional treatment. So the mark theoretic, the frame are as follows. The keywords are learning methods, motivation, English language skills, and ICT. The theories that frame this study are the conductism, the instructional method, the constructivism. Authors like Crashing that says that giving a good input in English language, giving materials easy for children learn without noticing that. And authors like Munoz and Tragan have studied and have proposed studies that demonstrate that giving that input to children, they can give us outcomes that show the children understand better and give better outcomes of language. The hypotheses are that to improve the productive skills through an input based in the receptive skills, and to compare the effectiveness of the treatment using the computer versus the one using the traditional methodology, and to evaluate the impact of ICT in the motivation for learning English. The hypothesis want to constate the mode and most work of pupils, their rhythm and work that is better for the learning of English. The methodology is a treatment, listening and reading versus a traditional treatment. It is developed in a state school in a sixth grade. Every pupil is working with a computer individually, and they are separated into two groups: the traditional one and the methodology listening and reading one. There is a pre-assessment and a post-assessment that evaluate the oral, the writing, and building a story. The data is that quasi-experimental design with a control group. I will pass a pre-assessment and a post-assessment, and there will be a triangulation of data of every group to analyze the fluency, the accuracy, and the lexical and structural complexity. So the statistical data obtained will be the median and the standard deviation. And this research can help to change the perception of teachers towards the way of playing their roles inside the classroom. And for finishing, this is my quote: when I learn by my own, I am learning to learn, and it lasts forever. Gemma Domenech and Educació, TIC i Learning. So, I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.